is it, people. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Like the SpongeBob meme. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for Sega to step up and realize that they've got IPs collecting dust in the closet that could be rejuvenated with the modern day budgets and technology to give us something truly amazing. This is the Sega we've been wanting. The Sega we've been craving. The Sega that made us fans back in the day. You see your boy got the Dreamcast beanie on right now. Don't play with your boy when it comes to that Dreamcast shit. The point is, Sega are finally stepping up. We've got a tweet here, and Bloomberg is the source that says Sega is developing big budget reboots, big budget reboots of Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio, both part of Sega's Super Game Initiative. Both titles are at an early stage of development and could still be cancelled. Sega, don't play with your boy. Don't play with your boy. I'm talking about could still be cancelled. Don't mess with your boy right now, okay? And it says here, so it looks like they want to create live service games or something of that caliber in the Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio series. And Nibble responds, possibly their Super Game strategy focuses on global, online community and IP utilization, and the article mentions that Sega essentially wants something similar as Fortnite. Yeah, so this came out before, this whole Super Game thing. They had this whole thing where they were talking about how they wanted to do this Super Game Initiative, and what they were basically saying is, these other game companies have got these big, huge, massive, big budget games that they're making continuous money off of because it's like online and microtransactions and all that bullshit like Fortnite, and they're like, we need our Fortnite, we need our big boy experience. And I'm guessing now, because they were being super vague before, I'm guessing now they realize, hold on a minute, instead of trying to figure out something new to do, we could just take the go-to shit from the past and turn that into that thing, right? So I didn't really grow up on Jet Set Radio like that. I mean, I played a little bit of it, but what I really grew up on was Crazy Taxi. 1, 2, 3, the whole works, okay? I loved Crazy Taxi 2. Like, I put hours into that. That soundtrack, The Offspring, is ingrained into my tympanic membrane, okay? So literally, a big budget Crazy... I've been saying this for years! Years! Crazy Taxi is so goated, and all they have to do is bring it back with the modern technology, the modern budgets, the modern lens, and it would be goated shit. Imagine the graphics we could get on. Let me not get carried away. Let's read the article first. This is straight from Bloomberg. It says Sega reboots Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio to chase Fortnite riches. You know Sega want to chase them riches. You know they want to chase them riches like we chase them bitches, I'm sorry. Big budget Crazy Taxi would be released in 2 to 3 years. Sega's Super Game Initiative aims to build new revenue streams. I will spend all the money on Crazy Taxi. I'm sorry, like I don't like spending money on microtransactions, but if I need to get like BD Joe Part 3, like I will spend. Okay, I'm sorry, like I'm a sucker like that. Sega Sammy Holdings Inc. is developing big budget reboots of its Dreamcast games Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio as it taps its back catalog in search of global hits like Epic Games Inc.'s Fortnite, according to people familiar with its plans. The 2 titles will be the first entries in Sega's Super Game Initiative, which the company announced a year ago as an effort to develop recurring revenue sources and build online communities around its software portfolio. Imagine Crazy Taxi online! Other cars, other taxis like showing up, competitions, playing like taxi games with your friends, like who can deliver the passengers the missions, there'll be online missions. Oh shit! Come on, do not cancel this shit. Sega, if you cancel this shit, I fucking swear. Okay, Fortnite has become the role model for such games. Free to play, available cross-platform, hosts large multiplayer contests, and includes extras like vehicles, construction, and social events on top of the usual combat, spurring player purchases of in-game items. Imagine some Pimp My Ride stuff. Pimp My Ride, do they still do that? Am I old? I'm kind of old, aren't I? Imagine some Pimp My Ride style, like you customize your taxi. My shit gonna be looking sleek though. My shit gonna be looking like a fucking Rolls Royce, okay? My shit gonna be clean. Your taxi ain't gonna have shit on my taxi. When I customize that shit with the microtransactional bullshit, my shit is gonna be clean, mean bean machine. I don't give a fuck, okay? Host large multiplayer contests includes extras like vehicles, construction, and social events on top of the usual combat, spurring player purchases of in-game items. The new Crazy Taxi has already been in development for over a year, and the Tokyo-based entertainment group aims to release it within 2 or 3 years, the people said, asking not to be named as the information is not yet public. Duh. It was named alongside Jet Set Radio in Sega's annual report a year ago on a list of intellectual property assets that Sega wanted to recapitalize by bringing them up to date. I'm so glad they're seeing the potential in Crazy Taxi. Good, we need that. People have been trying to make their own versions. There was that Taxi Chaos shit, that was mid, but you know, like, they attempted. It shows that the interest is there. And they must have seen some of these attempts and they're like, yeah, clearly people want this. We have to come and do this shit properly, okay? Both new games were in the early stages of creation and could still be cancelled, that people said. Sega, you pissed me off enough in recent years. Don't cancel this shit, okay? Do not cancel this shit, okay? A Sega spokesman said the company has no comment to make at the present time, obviously. The Super Game project is led by Sega's video game unit chief, Suji Utsumi, a former PlayStation exec. So they're poaching dudes from PlayStation. They got the niggas from PlayStation coming in. They're getting all the shit. They're lining up the troops. They're assembling the Avengers in this motherfucker, like. And currently includes plans for about 4 such titles, according to the people. The company said last year that its European studio is working on a first-person shooter super game, and the plan was to offer content and services that can create a large community and as much as 100 billion yen, or $780 million in lifetime revenue. They're really chasing the bag. I thought they were gonna go some first-person shooter type shit for this super game thing, which is why I wasn't too fussed, because that's not my go-to genre. But them doing it with Crazy Taxi, this is gonna be so. Oh my god. So this says, playing catch-up. Sega stock has lagged its closest competitors. Well, of course, you know, quality control is a bit of a problem for Sega in recent years. So, but who else is here? So Sega is that the black one, okay? And then this red one is what? Square Enix. And then this is Bandai Namco. And this is Koei Tecmo. I don't even know what they hold. I'm sure they probably hold some companies that I recognize, but I can't bother to Google it. And then we got Capcom at the top here. Anyway, Sega's online role-playing game Phantasy Star Online 2 fits the criteria for a global multiplayer hit, but it's so far failed to start a thriving market with its in-game purchasing offerings. The Japanese company plans to address this aspect of monetization more aggressively with its upcoming titles. Crazy Taxi casts the player in a role of a speed above all else taxi driver, and Jet Set Radio is an award-winning street action game, both released for the Dreamcast console in 2000. Goated console, past installments never turned into major commercial hits, but did develop a devoted fan base, even as niche titles, according to Tokyo-based games consultant Serkan Toto. They are more like cult titles with very loud and vocal fan bases, totally different in scale when compared to Sega's iconic Sonic series, which is loud and vocal as well, but in a different way, more toxic way. But need more games. Sega's reliance on game revenue increases as pachinko and packet slot drop. Oh, I think they sold their arcade machines, so they're like, shit, we need some more games now. We sold our arcade machines, we ain't getting that arcade revenue. We need to make some games now. Like, it's about time, Sega. Make some fucking games. Sega is betting big on super games at a time when its traditional business of pachinko and arcade machines face dwindling audiences and waves of COVID-19 restrictions. Console and smartphone gaming represents the company's best chance at securing long-term growth. Sega partnered with Microsoft Corp in November on its super game development using the Asia Cloud platform, potentially setting the stage for the addition of those titles to Microsoft Xbox Game Pass service. Sarah Bond, wife of James Bond, at the time said that the duo will reimagine how games get built, hosted, and operated with a goal of adding more value to players and Sega alike. So yeah, I mean, the idea is solid. It's just one thing. Don't fuck it up, Sega. It's as simple as just don't fuck it up. The idea is there. You're doing what the people want. Big budget Crazy Taxi. This has the potential, if executed correctly, to turn Crazy Taxi from a cult following thing that only people like me who grew up with it are playing to something that everyone wants to play. You have to go ham on the customization. It has to feel big budget enough. The taxi experience has to be so lit that even if Crazy Taxi was not your go-to franchise, it's got so much going for it that you actually just want to keep playing it. Maybe it's something like, instead of just having taxis that are like cars, you got like motorbike taxis, or they add like some Uber Eats shit in there. Like, you're not just picking up passengers, you're doing like Uber Eats deliveries and shit from here to there, like food deliveries, picking out from the restaurant, walk in the restaurant, go and get the food, go back on your motorbike, and then make the boat. Like, they gotta modernize this shit, okay? They're gonna like see the whole shit come on some Neo shit, okay? They can't just do the same thing again. They gotta evolve the shit, okay? And the soundtrack is gotta be fire, okay? I don't know if they're gonna use copyright music, because, you know, people be streaming games and we don't want to get strikes. But maybe like a toggleable, like original music versus copyright music. I mean, I'm gonna have it on PC, so I'm gonna mod the Offspring in one way or another anyway. But I'm just saying, like, they need to go ham. Graphics need to be A1. I'm talking Unreal Engine 5. I mean, it's been in development for a year, I don't know. But it's gotta be like next level graphics. You saw that Matrix tech demo that they put on the PS5. Like, they need to build some shit like that. This shit needs to be beautiful, okay? 4K 60 FPS on PC, you know, maybe higher with later graphics cards. It's coming in 2 to 3 years, right? But they need to go ham, okay? Character customization, build your own character, multiple voice choosings and whatever. BDJ gotta be in that bitch. The mission mode gotta be fire. The online experience has gotta be so good that I can go on there with my friends and do crazy taxi online competitions and shit. Like, it needs to go so fucking ham that Crazy Taxi becomes one of the biggest franchises ever. And obviously, like, realistically, it's not gonna become the biggest franchise ever, but like, still, it could be way bigger than it was back in the Dreamcast days. This could be their redemption arc, taking their franchises from the early 2000s, late 90s that were on the Dreamcast that they left to rot, and bringing them back in a goated way, and making a lot of people happy as a result. Do not mess this up. Do not cancel it. Do not pull a fucking Sega, okay? Do this properly. Seriously. But anyway, yeah, man, that's all I have to say. Like, shit like this gets me excited, but the fact that I could still get cancelled means, like, I have to tame my expectations, and the fact that it's, you know, Sega, they might fuck it up. Like, I see the potential for a big budget Crazy Taxi, but you have to execute, right? A good idea is worthless without a good executor, right? Look at Facebook, right? You watch The Social Network, right? It was a good idea, but without Zuckerberg stealing it and doing his own thing, it wouldn't have been as big as it was. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. So, Sega, don't fuck it up. Otherwise, I will get rich one day and I'll make my own Crazy Taxi super game and you won't get the money. So, there. But yeah. Yeah, what's my outro? I forgot. Thank you for 7K subscribers. We hitting 10K this year. And yeah, thank you for the support. I know I haven't posted much recently, but I've been moving around a lot. There's been a lot of shit going on in my life. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, you know, the content. But, you know, yeah. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. But it's your boy, REMulous, Rem Gang. And I'm out.